Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and from today onwards we will be starting playing with numbers. So far we have learned about strings and we have been just building logic and problem solving skills through strings. And from today onwards we will be starting a new concept of integers and numbers. So what we will be just doing today, from today only onwards, we will be just starting to deal with numbers, and we will be building logic and our problem solving skills in programming, in coding, with the help of numbers. So this is the question which is already displayed on your screen we will be solving today. And just before starting to solve this question, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button, and bookmark the playlist so that you can get the updates from the channel. So today is day one of just building the logic through integers and numbers. So what is the question? We have to find the sum of odd numbers to n range. So let's suppose we have a range as 100. Let's suppose we have a range of range is equals to 100. So what we have to go do is we have to add all the odd numbers. Odd numbers will be 1 2 5 7 9, then 11, and so on and so forth. Ultimately we will be having 99, and from 1 till 99 we have to add all those numbers. And we will be also having 100, but 100 is an even number, so we have to exclude that number. So what we have to do, we have to add all these numbers. So what will be the addition? Addition will be like this. Let me show it to you in the comment section below, that if we add, we will be getting 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13, and so on and so forth. It will be just adding till 99. So what we have to do, we have to create a function which will be doing this function for us. So let's start solving this question. What we will be doing, we will be first creating a function which will be saying that sum odd, or odd sum, and we will be taking any range. So let's suppose the range is n, and what we will be doing, we will be applying a logic. So we will be creating a variable which will be holding the sum. So we will be saying sum of odd is initially 0. All right, so sum of odd is initially 0. So what we will be doing, we will be creating a loop. We will be creating a loop for num in range 0 till n plus 1. Why will be taking n plus 1? Because n is 100, and in range function 100 is excluded, so the number is exclusive. So we will be just adding 1, so it will be giving the range as 100 and 100. So before, if I just write n only, so n will be exclusive, it will be excluded. So we will be just putting n plus 1, which will be included. So we will be taking from 0 till 100. For example, if we have 100 as the value, so what we will be starting, we will be starting from 0 initially, and then we will be adding till 100. If we have a number, if we have a range as 100, and we can just vary our range accordingly. Now what we have to do, we have to check whether the number is odd or even. So first of all, let's understand the concept of even number. So what is even number? So even number is number which is divisible by 2. So just the opposite of it will be the odd number. So if the number is even, it is divisible by 2, right? And if it is a number which is an even number, if the number is odd, it is divisible by it is not divisible by divisible divisible by 2. So what is the concept here? You can just understand that if a number, let's suppose it's 100, and if we divide it by 2, it will be giving us a remainder 0. So let's suppose we have a let's suppose we have a uh, number as let's suppose we have 40 as a number. So if we divide it by 40 divided by 2, it will be giving us a remainder as remainder as is equals to 0. So for remainder we use a function as called mod. We will be using mod function instead of this. So what we will be getting ultimately, if we divide any number, any even number, if we divide it by 2, it will be giving us the remainder as 0. So what, let's say we have a number as number divided by any if we divide it by 2, which is mod function, if we divide it, it will be giving us the remainder, so it will be giving us the remainder as 0. So what is the mod function? Let me just comment down this, or just let's pass this value for a while and just let's understand or recall or revise our concept of mod. So let's suppose we have a number as, let a is equals to 40, and if I just say print a mod 2, a mod 2, and it should be giving us the value as 0. Let's see. See, it's giving us the value as 0. Why it's giving us the value as 0? Because the remainder will be 0, because 40 divided by 2 is 0. And if we say that divided by 1, it will be giving us the remainder as 0 again. See, and what we'll be just understanding through this, that if the value is even number, it will be giving us the remainder as 0. Let's suppose we have a is equals to 41 here, and if we divide it by 2, it should be giving us the value as 1. See, it's giving us the value as 1. So what we can just conclude from here is that if we divide any odd value from by 2, if we just divide it by 2, the remainder should be as 1. So what we can conclude from here, that if just make a conclusion that if the number is if the odd number sorry if the number, let's just generalize it, if the number is divided by 2 and the remainder is 1, then it is odd value. And if it is 0, then it is an even number. All right, so we have already understood it through the example that if we take a as the value, a is equals to, let's suppose we have 40, and if I print it, when I print this value a mod 2, it was giving me 0. And if I just printing a mod, or let's suppose we have b as the 41, and instead of a, if I just replace it by b and just simultaneously just print those value and show it to you, that it is giving me 0 and 1 as our answer. So what we conclude from here is that if we divide any particular value and divide it by 2, it will be giving us, if the value is giving us if the remainder is coming up to be 1, then it is odd value. And if it's if it's 2, then if it's 0, then it will be even number. So a even number remainder will be 0, and odd number remainder will be 1. So this is how we will be just applying the logic. So now in this question, let's get back to our question here. What we have to do, we have to count the number of odd and add their values. What you have to do, you have to first of all count. Let's suppose we have a count as sum of odd is equals to 0. We are starting from 0 and we will just adding the sum. So what we will be having in the range of 0 to 100, I already shown it to you that it will be starting from 1, then it will be 3, then it will be 5, then it will be 7, so on and so forth. So what we will be doing here is we will be just adding this number into our sum of odd. So let's say sum of odd plus is equals to, or we can just say sum of odd plus num. So if I write this value, it will be adding all the values including 1, 2, 3, all odd and even values. But I only want the number which is odd number. So for that we can just write a condition here saying that if num mod 2 is equals to 1, which already we have understood that if num mod 2 is equals to 1, it will be odd value. So we can just say that if it's that, if the condition is like that, if the number is divided by 2 and the remainder is coming up to be 1, then just add those number into my sum of odd container. Now if I return this value, or let's just print those value first of all. If I just print this value and show it to you, you will be seeing that how it's adding. So let's just call the function and say that odd sum, and we can just put 100 here and show it to you that how it will be done. See, first of all, it was 1, then a 1 plus 3 is 4, then 1 plus 4 plus 5 is 9, then 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 9, it will be like 16 here, and then 16 plus 9 will be 25, then 25 plus 16 will be 36, and so on, so forth. It will be happening like this. Now, so I hope you have understood the concept here. And what we will be just doing here is we will be just not returning all each individual iteration. We will be just returning the value, ultimate value, that is holding this sum of odd. So we can just return a value after exiting the loop. So this will be iterating 100 times. What we will be doing after after it is done, we have to return some value so that it does not show any none value. So what we will be doing here is we will be just returning this. What we will be returning, we will be returning sum of odd. Return sum of odd, which is holding the sum of odd numbers in it. Now if I run this code, you will be seeing that return sum of odd, sum is equals to sum of odd and then odd sum. So we have to print this value too. So let's print this value, and we will be printing it and see the final answer of the addition. So it is 2500. So this is the question we will be doing it. So let's suppose we have another value, as let's suppose we have a value as 10, and or we can just take a smaller value. Let's suppose we take 4. So the addition here will be starting from 1 plus 3. So it should give me the answer as 4. Let's see if it's giving 4 or not. So it's giving 4. We can check one more value which we know that it will be the which we manually know that it is the answer. Like we know for 4 that it will be 1 plus 3. So we can take any number, like let's say 10. So it will be 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 9, sorry, 7 plus 9. So the answer here would be 6, 4 plus 9, 9 plus 9, 18, 18 plus 18 plus 3, 7 plus will be 25. So it should come up to be 25 for our 10. So see, it's coming up to be 25. So hope you have understood this question, guys. So this was an easier question, the easiest one which we have done with the help of integers, and this is the question we have to deal on day one. Now on next day we will be just doing some more question based on integers, and we will be building logic eventually. So hope you have understood this question, hope you like this video too, and if you do so, please do share with your friend, and please do subscribe to the channel too. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial on day one of mathematics, and see you next time.